Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is National Master Pelakis, and today we will analyze a game played in Lower Bucks County Scholastic Chess League. And let's take a look a little bit at the standings. We have 3 divisions, 18 teams. In Eastern Division, we have Pansbury, New Hope Academy, Yarley, and Holy Ghost Prep. These 3 teams, they fight each other to qualify in the playoffs. Central Division is led by Abington and Council Rock, a big surprise because Lower Moreland was always dominating the league in the last few years, and they lost a game, nothing biggie. Probably they will still qualify. And in Western Division we have North Penn 2 wins and Germantown Academy 2 wins. However, today we're gonna go over a game played between William Tennant and Upper Dublin. I will try to load the game. And let's see the game. White was Winslow and black was Kyle. I'm trying to flip the board, so we're gonna see the game from black point of view. So both players, they follow basic principles. They fight for the center in the opening, and they develop the pieces, knights and bishops out, and they want to have a safe king. Here White played bishop b5, which is the Spanish opening or the Ruy Lopez, and most of the time when a piece comes in your territory you want to attack it or just want to kick it out. So that's the reason why black played a6, attacking the bishop and putting the question to the bishop what he wants to do. He wants to go back or he wants to trade. So White chose to play bishop a4, and that black played b5 right away. After bishop b3, black played bishop c5. White should have tried somehow to play against this early expansion of b5, and especially since black played bishop c5, maybe White could play c3 and d4, have a dual center and attack the bishop in the same time. So for example, c3, d6, and now d4. And if pawn takes, and you accomplished the dual center, it's a very, very powerful center. Yes, black has pressure against the d4 pawn, and is threatening all the time bishop g4 to pin the knight. But White has a tricky move here, knight g5. Reminds me a little bit of the 2 knights defense, where White is attacking the f7 pawn, and now black has a choice to defend f7 or not to defend the f7 pawn. Well, if you don't defend the f7 pawn, let's say you capture on d4, then I could just capture on f7 with check, and now just simply play knight c3. And when you play h6 to attack my knight, because the knight is the one who's protecting the bishop, I could just move my bishop, attack the rook, and then threat knight f7 to for the queen and the rook. So if you move the rook away, then knight f7, and I just pick up the rook. After knight g5, black could protect the f7 pawn. That the knight is a really bit misplaced on the side because it doesn't have too many squares. So white could play bishop d5. Obviously I'm pinning the knight to the rook. And now you have to protect the knight, and I could just short castle. And now you cannot take the d4 pawn because the bishop hangs. Rook b8 to protect the bishop, and now knight f3. I just come back and I protect my dual pawn, and at least I have this dual pawn structure. And I'm attacking the knight on h6, knight g4, bishop g5, knight f6, and queen c1. And after knight e7, bishop takes, rook takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, and now black, his king is in the center, so rook is misplaced at the moment on b7. The other rook is out of the game, plus you have one, two, three pawn islands. So the more pawn islands you have, the weaker you are. So after queen h6, white is taking over the initiative. Black king still in the center. I'm attacking the f6 pawn, and this is an easy game for white. White has an advantage here, and I think c3 with the idea of d4 would be very interesting here. White choose to play knight c3, natural developing move. Black play knight f6, d3, d6, short castle for white. Maybe it was interesting to play h3 to stop bishop g4, because after bishop g4, white has some problems here, because black is threatening knight d4 to put pressure on a f3 knight, capture on f3, and double up the pawns in front of the king. So white could have played h3 here, and of course if white takes, you just take with the queen and you don't have any problems anymore, and white can just take over the initiative and use the pin on the g file and start attacking the black king. Or after h3, black could keep the pin, and after knight d5, knight d4, and break the pin with g4. So it will be an interesting setup. And let's say if the knight takes b3, then knight takes f6 check, queen takes, and pawn takes b3, and white solve all these problems here. White choose to play knight d5. Yes, the knights, they belong in the center because they control so many squares, 8 squares, and they dominate the board from the center. However, here black is the one who has the initiative, and with knight d4, again knight in the center, this knight on f3 it's pinned, and now black is threatening to capture on f3. You can capture with the queen, and I'm going to open up the white king. White followed the same strategy and pinned the knight on f6. It's like they played mirror mirror. This knight is pinned by the bishop, and both of the knights in the center, they attacking the pinned knight. It looks almost symmetrical, and white turn to move, and he breaks the mirror on the wall. Knight takes f3 check, and after pawn takes, bishop h3. Black could have played here a simple move c6 and invite white to capture on f6, and after I take back with the g pawn, the g file will open up for my rook. Let's say the bishop moves away, and now queen d7, preparing the queen invasion to h3. So if, for example, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f3, pawn takes, and queen h3. And now black is threatening rook g8 check, and is threatening also knight takes f3 and queen h8 checkmate. So if you try to protect, to defend, then I can just take the bishop. Simple as that. But just to show how good black position is, knight e2 check, he could sacrifice the knight, rook g8 check, and I could sacrifice the rook. On g3, obviously you can't take with the f pawn because the f2 pawn is pinned, and queen takes g3 check, same thing, the f2 pawn is pinned, king h1 check, and now simple move king e7 with the idea of rook g8 checkmate. It's absolutely beautiful. Now let's get back to the game. Black stick to his plan. It's very important. Black had a plan to pin the knight, attack the pin knight, and then capture and open up the king, which he did. He had a consistent plan, and he stick to it. Bishop h3, rook e1, and now black played h6. Again, you want to get rid of this pin on f6. This bishop is pinning the knight to the queen, and I can move my knight. So in the same time, black could have played c6 again, and if you take on f6 check, I take, and we've seen this before. G file opens up, and after rook g8, bishop h3, I could just play simple h5 with the threat of h4. Absolutely crushing attack here for black. On the king side, black played h6. After bishop h4, g5. Nothing wrong with black's plan. He was very consistent, and he just started attacking the king, pawn storming the king with g5, h5, threatening h4. Queen d2. White, yes, he's attacking the g5 pawn. Here is many ways to win. Again, black could just play c6, and if you take on f6, I take, and I'm threatening queen takes f3, queen g2 checkmate, and at the same time I'm threatening h4 to get your bishop. So coming back to the game, black captured on d5, bishop takes d5, and the bishop is attacking the rook. And here the game turned very interesting, because black just didn't care about his rook and played h4. Said, you can have my rook. Black could have captured back. I said, I'm gonna have two bishops for the rook, but he said, you know what, I don't need that piece, you can have my rook. I'm gonna take the bishop. You could save your bishop with check. I move my king, and you cannot stop the attack that's coming. An absolutely beautiful rook sacrifice. Is fire on the board here, and after pawn takes g3, black just played queen f6, threatening queen takes f3 and queen g2 checkmate. That's one of the ideas, queen f6, or to swing the queen on the h file with queen h6. White has to play queen e2 to protect on f3, and after queen h6 you can stop the checkmate. If you play queen d2, bishop g2, and black is threatening queen h1 or queen h2, checkmate. If you take the bishop, queen h3 check, so I control the f1 square so the king cannot run away, and after king g1, queen h1, checkmate. What a beautiful finish, an absolutely beautiful game. Congratulations for bringing excitement in a lower box country Scholastic Chess League. I hope you guys you enjoyed the video, and see you soon.